Hey Mark, how's it going?
Good. How you doing this evening?
Good. Hockey game's on, exciting.
Oh, first period. It's tied up. It's awesome. Let's get this done so we can watch the second period.
Yeah. So you
So
made you made an interesting trip today.
I did. I went down to walk through a prospector's, well, client,
Prospective client, maybe.
I'll say that, and just took a walk through his rental property. So
Now this is
um,
somebody that called you on YouTube after kind of hearing some of the stuff we were talking about on YouTube, right?
yeah, he did. He reached out a couple months ago. I won't go into a lot of details because his court case is the hearing is on Monday, but I'll talk a little bit about the walkthrough. I won't give the location, but this has been going on. The first time around with these folks, they put it back in good standing, et cetera, et cetera. Not them. It was from a charitable organization. 2 months later, bang, fell apart. He put the application in the L1 in December, and now hearing is on Monday. That's how long it takes. Several months. Okay. The first time around, he had to take the money because it was bleeding. It was expensive. They were behind 25,000, so he got that. And again, 2 months later, disaster again. It fell apart again and hasn't been paid. This is a brand new home, townhome. It was very, and you got the picture, so hopefully you put those up.
Yeah,
It
I
was,
can share some of them.
yeah, put them up, and it was disgusting. Right? Extremely dirty, carpets destroyed, complete paint needed, just a lack of respect. So if you're new to this game as an investor or you're in positions like this is the results from the LTB that has so many backlogs and it's still doing things by Zoom. And that's why the delays are keep going on. And I'm continuing to see landlords suffer through financial loss, financial, stress, you name it, paying the bills, paying the insurance, paying the
Was this a
mortgage.
garbage bag?
There's garbage bag. So you guys see the place. And that I didn't take any pictures of their possession. So I every bedroom was a disaster, every room was a disaster, but they asked me not to. So it's more to get in there to know what we're in store for when the owner takes possession, because he's going to get possession. Like there'll be something wrong, and we will do an updated video on the outcome from the meeting on Monday coming up. So he's also put in a second application too, just for tardiness in continuous lates and stuff like that as a backup. So that hearing's in June. Just he hasn't got nowhere. So anyway, I won't go too
Okay,
much.
well, one thing, he he rented it out himself, right?
I
Got the
think
tenants himself.
I think so. And they prey on these new folks. We know that,
Yeah.
right? They prey on them because it's fish bait. It's so easy, right? They don't ask the questions. They just, they can tell by the ads, they don't have the proper applications and we need credit checks and we need this and we need this and whatever. So they're preying on guys and gals like this, right? We've seen this more and more.
But now he has hired a professional, a lawyer, and they're taking care of it. He's handed it over to a professional now, right?
He has, but you know what? In saying that too, Diane, I don't think it's really benefited him to a great deal. I'll know more on Monday because I'm gonna watch the hearings ups out, but he went to great lengths to try to get to a hearing date moved up. Gentleman lost his job end of March, continued paying. He went to local MPs, went to the superintendent, landlord tenant board, you name it. This guy has exhausted every avenue, and they all said no.
See, we got the emergency hearing when the house was sold and the people were supposed to move in. And then we had to put them up in another house because the tenants wouldn't leave and they had nowhere to live. But we had a deal on the house. So
Right.
we did get it moved up a bit quicker.
Yeah. He was unsuccessful. Right. So
But for non-payment, you're not going to get it.
you're not gonna get it. Not gonna get it.
Not for
That's
that.
well, not for that. And it should be, right? Like how much more can these landlords, like, can you imagine not covering your more? It's just the stress and looking at the property and the exterior, the lawn. I said, get someone there this, weekend, start maintaining it, because when you go to sell it, you don't want to be dealing with lawn. You want to get someone on top of this now. Get someone there to go cut the lawn, clean it up a little bit, maintain it, whatever, fertilize it.
Well, we were even talking in carpets alone, it's probably gonna be $5,000 to $6,000, right? Because they're ruined.
Oh, I agree. Minimum. And then you got to pay the labor to take all that stuff out, right? Luckily, there was no holes on the walls, but they're so dirty, and fingerprints and crayon. Like, you wouldn't let, I don't know, you wouldn't let your worst enemy sleep in this place. This is how I wore two masks. I wore two masks walking in, and
Wow.
I didn't touch anything until the way I would touch the door handle. I went, son of a gun. Of course, I brought hand sanitizer with me, so to get out. And this was a nice area. This was a really nice area.
Brand new house.
Yep, 2 years old. They've been there for a year and a half. So it goes to
I know
show.
I've done that. I've done the elbow trick on the light switches, you know?
Oh God, I wasn't touching nothing. It was really bad. So I don't know, anything you want to say to viewers who are, thinking about maybe getting into this business. They should be hiring professionals to guide them the right way. They should never be
Yeah, and if you find yourself, like, I know that I know that there are people like landlords that are in trouble who have already lost a lot of money and they don't want to hire somebody.
I know.
But I mean, you're a real estate agent, I'm a real estate agent. I've hired people.
You have to. I think you come to a point where you go, you know what? I can't navigate this minefield. And I think that is a time as I need help now to navigate it.
Yeah,
Right.
because if you do one little thing wrong,
I know.
the whole thing gets thrown out. And not only that, what I found is when you have a landlord and a tenant, and the landlord's um emotions are running high. They're pissed off. They're pissed
Stress.
off.
Agree.
And now the tenant is mad too. How do you come to any kind of agreement or serve them papers? My guy
Yeah.
was jumping off the balcony, so I couldn't serve him. I had to
Yeah.
pay a server to serve him.
Yeah.
So like, unless you get to a point where you need somebody that's unbiased and in the middle that can calmly talk to both parties.
Yeah. At some point, I think for sure, at some point, or at least navigate how to
Well,
go.
even to serve the documents, they can
Do the
say,
documents, correctly. They've got the experience, right? Protocols. Let's try this. Let's try that. Give them solutions, right? Because, we've done a lot of content on this subject. We've come in through a lot of those forums, a lot of Facebook groups who offer support. What's that one? Is it Open Forum or opendoor.ca? Remember that one, the
Open
Chinese
Door.
invest opendoor.ca, I think, where she started that. She was a victim and renting out her property for non-payment and you name it. So she started something, and I encourage people to go there because you can upload all kinds of documents. So it's almost like a mini search engine. If you're looking for something in there, you can kind of see if, oh, wow, that tenant's been evicted from here. There's the actual documents. So is it Open Door? Are you checking?
No, yeah, I'm checking. It's not Open Door.
It's not. Check that out because I want to make sure we give the right one. I forget the name because we talk about it, but then we kind of goes in one area, we forget about it. Open Forum, Open Door.
It's the landlord reporting service, right?
Well, you can try that, but I'll see what happens.
Front lobby.
Front lobby is another one. That's another one. That's one that's good too. Yeah.
Oh, that's another one too.
Yep. Front lobby is another one in there.
Um,
I forget the name just because we talk about it and then we don't go back to this subject for 3 or 4 weeks and then we kind of.
I think it's been a couple months.
I'm open. I don't know. I encourage people to go to YouTube and watch. There's CBC put out a couple recent stories on this, and they talk about some of these groups too. So go to YouTube channel CBC, and you'll catch some of the stories that they have interviewed 3 or 4 landlords. It was about 30 minutes. They go through some of the struggles, some of the pitfalls that they've encountered, delays, the stress it's real live people talking about, you know, being victims to this, what's going
Well,
on.
there's Facebook groups and there's groups everywhere now.
Yeah, there is. I just forget it and I apologize for that. But if they go to CBC on the YouTube channel, they can get some more information from that, because she's even doing a bit of speaking on this one too. So it's good too. There's some support up there. Just, you know, don't do this alone. Even if you're new
Well,
to
they
this.
says there's the top 3 tenant screening services in Canada is Single Key, Rent Check, and Front Lobby.
Yeah, they can do.
But that's not the one that's not the one we were talking about.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It doesn't matter. If you go back and watch some of our other videos on this, we do talk about that and stuff like that. I drew a blank, so I should have did it up. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
We're getting old, Mark.
We're getting old. But just, you know, just don't do this. Get help, get resources, do the right thing. And I think there's a lot of landlords out there too, Diane, that have been very successful at this and had tenants, long-term tenants, and maybe, you know, their tenants decided to leave. And they're starting all over again after maybe 8 or 10 years. It's common to have. I've had long-term tenants in my places before. So just don't do this alone. Just because you were successful once doesn't mean you're going to be successful.
Well, the problem is that even in the couple of the articles we went through, it said that because like even 5-6 years ago, the LTB and everything moved faster, you didn't really have the professional tenants using the system the way you do now.
Oh, no, because they know the system. They know. And if this
It's
guy's
changed.
it's changed. And one of the questions that I got to ask, say, well, does it look like they're moving out? Not at all. They're not moving out at all. They have another 2 months there guaranteed before the sheriff gets there if they're successful at the hearing. Right? They're not moving.
Yeah, even if the landlord is successful at the hearing on Monday, they're going to get at least 60 days.
Minimum.
They don't kick them right out. And then you got to wait for a sheriff, which I heard right now is 3 to 4 months.
Well, that's the delay. You get the order, but then you got to get it executed by the sheriff. So this is the things, right, that people need to really, really take into account, right? Like, I don't know, it was scary seeing, but you know, scary, when I say scary, I mean just holy cow, financial stress, the work involved in, you know, hiring labor, people for fixing it. God, it's a disaster. So I don't really I think we'll do an update on this though. We'll make a 3-part series.
I want to know what happens when you attend the court hearing. I want to hear how it went.
I'm going to tape some comments of it, and we probably won't broadcast them until we know everything's good, but I think we'll do a couple follow-up videos to this. And
let us know how these stupid hearings work.
Right. And I'll get in there after they've gone. I'll get in there and I'll take, you know, multiple pictures. I'll do some videos that we can show. I think the more that people see that this is such a serious problem in this province, that maybe some politician will have the balls to maybe support it. I don't think so, but anyway. Okay, remember, if you like, give us a like, give it a share, and follow for more information.
I dropped a comment.
Yeah, comments are great. We love them. See ya.
Bye.